it stopped on my side.
Oh.
I don't know why.
Oh, now there's a commercial going.
That's pretty weird. Somebody stuck a commercial. There we go. We're back.
Stuck a commercial. There we go.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Thanks.
I don't know what the heck was with that. Sorry, folks. Twitch is like, you know what? You're having a commercial whether you like it or not.
Because you're so popular with like 6 viewers right now, I think it is.
Yep. No, 0 viewers now. We're back to starting over. We'll see if they're back. Anyway, moving on.
Okay, so for just flavor of what it looks like, Kite's going to use her back of her sword to trip up the guy's back of his leg, and once she knocks him prone. Slap. She's going to try and kick his head, but she didn't hit him hard enough, so she just kind of like wedges her foot next to his head to brace it, and then she's bringing her sword down to crit this guy.
Oh, gory. Here we go. Rolling.
Not bad. Plus 6 is 14, right? Yes, it is.
14 points of damage?
14 points of damage.
Okay, you literally swing your sword, and it swings right across his neck and his clavicle, and then for a moment his eyes widened, and you just see his neck separate from his head just kind of lolls back on the thin filament of flesh, keeping it attached to the body.
She's gonna look up to Grond after and be like, probably still good. I'm sure I'll still eat it.
Yeah.
Probably.
Now I get to try a combo.
Yeah, that's right. S3. S1,
and then for the rest of
S3 was eaten already.
For the rest of her movement, whenever Grond's done his action, she's gonna jump back onto her perch.
Okay. Grond perch. And the other soldiers here.
She is named after a bird, after all.
Yeah, so S1 is slow. He just moves up a little bit, like a foot or two, while S4 and 6 are able to rush up and attempt to attack Grond.
Were they close enough to do that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they were here. So yeah, they thunder towards you, and they swing. First 2 shots are a miss, and a miss. Excellent.
I like it when they try and attack Grond.
It's actually really fucking annoying. I'm gonna I've specially selected different dice for this evening, but you're getting saved for sure. So yeah, everybody swings and misses, and you see Soldier 1 coming up behind them, attempting to join the ranks. As the purple worm thunders forward. Right. And you guys can literally feel this as it is like the hot waft of just like rotten worm breath washes over the area. All right. And yeah, we're back at the top. Grond. Grond, buddy. That's really, oh my God.
Grond is going to pick up the dead one by the legs, and he is going to try and use his tripping strike with my superiority dice to try and legitimately trip all 3 of them. Like using this thing as a fleshy flail just to smash all 3 of them at the legs.
So S1 won't be close enough for you to do that, but you can definitely attempt that on S4 and S6. As you grab him by the ankle and just swing this body.
I didn't really need the superiority dice. 20 plus a 5 plus any other bonuses.
Oh shit, nat 20?
Nat 20.
Okay.
And then after that, I'm grabbing Kite and I'm fucking gone.
So So one miserably fails, and you just like you feel the weight of this body thud right into his legs as the side of his leg crumples over, and he topples prone. The other guy, however, does this little leap, and the shoulders and head of the corpse that you're swinging just pass right below his feet as he makes this leap.
Sounds good. And I'm basically as far as the last one, I'm letting the body go, and then that's when I'm turning to jump.
Okay, the body skids across the ground after you let it go. And you're doing what, sorry? Following that?
Running. Full movement, full speed, jumping as much as possible. GTFO.
Okay, so you'll have to disconnect. The one guy managed to leap, but he's still in fighting position here. But he misses as you attempt to leap, and I'll say you're like mid-air on that leap in the opposite direction as we move off of this round. And over back to Gone Bops.
All right, I'm gonna kind of it's called Mantle of Majesty.
Yep.
So I'm gonna kind of like, you know, when you're on mushrooms and things have that really fun vibration, and it's all fuzzy.
Yeah.
And like kind of fit up with the colors.
You're bringing me back to high school.
That's kind of how I look. I just get like all fuzzy, like a light kind of like peers down on me. I just look so damn good, you know. I'm connecting.
Yeah, you're majestic.
Big.
Yeah, I have a wondrous appearance. Everyone, like right now, Emus is like, holy shit.
So you've cloaked yourself in fey magic, essentially.
And I'm gonna cast, with that I can cast Command as a bonus action on S2.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell him to flee.
Okay.
Avoid the purple worm.
Yeah, 17 for save.
Yeah, he makes the save.
Okay.
So that I also get, so that's a bonus action. I'm gonna just rush this guy with my sword, and I'm gonna yell with like spit flying out of my vibrating face that looks so wonderful.
Nice detail.
And I'm like, ah!
It's like shit flying out of your mouth and stuff. Like, holy fuck, calm down, Gone Bops. It's too late though. Gnome's on a warpath.
For 22.
Holy shit. Wow, that was with your short sword, or you just like?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a +1 short sword and it's finesse.
Yeah.
So.
No, you ran right up there and just like boom, buried it in this guy's abdomen, and he slumps over. Roll me a dex check.
Oh shit. Whoo-bam! Ooh, 25.
Okay, and you narrowly miss as this guy like slumps over almost onto your blade, but you manage to pull your sword out and get out from under the weight of this guy as he hits the ground dead. S2 is
looking
off the board.
Beautiful, don't forget.
Okay, and the rest of you are actually noticing that the three of these guys appear to be getting chased by this purple worm. So this angry purple worm is tearing across the land here in pursuit of these three soldiers with Grond and Kite making their way in the opposite direction. So essentially the worm's kind of chasing all of them, but they've got the three soldiers in between them and a very pissed off worm. Gone Bops, we are over to Calyndra.
She's gonna make her way up toward Gone Bops and Emus.
Okay. That direction?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Doing anything?
Yeah, she'll take a couple shots at one of the soldiers there.
Okay. Any soldier in particular? You've got S1, S4, and S6. Actually, you've got S4 is prone.
Which one's S4?
Middle one.
We'll go for S1, it's closest.
Okay.
That'd be 15.
Okay, that's miss.
And the other one, I rolled a 2.
Okay, that is also a miss. Your arrows thud harmlessly into the ground beside S1. And we are over at Mira Jane.
I'm gonna move up towards Calyndra.
Okay. Wow,
All
you're
of you
out from
need
behind the
to open
rock.
the-
Yeah, out from my safe place.
It's like, don't worry, I'll protect you, Calyndra and Mary Jane, just like Emus.
It's
And I'm
raging
gonna
little
take a
war
shot
dwarf.
with
I
the
think-
arrow at S1.
Okay.
Bops has changed class to Paladin now.
I'm just looking so sweet too,
And that's-
doing it.
That's a 10.
That is a miss. That is most definitely a miss. All right. You're not taking any kind of bonus actions or anything else this round?
I don't have any.
Okay. We are moving over to... Holy shit, who is left here? 18. So Emus and S1. And S1 is running this way.
No.
Breaks off with the pack and heads straight at Mira Jane, or it looks like he's coming in your direction. And Emus.
All right, so he's behind some woods, or I think that's a woods,
Yeah.
not a stone. It's kind of just like peeking out. And I'm holding, just in case someone gets within 120, another shake at the bell. But right now, I think I'm just dusting off. I think confidence level's risen. But I'm
Okay, so
still behind the trees.
You're staying hidden
It's
or
a wizard.
semi-hidden?
Yeah, wizard's way.
Okay. Then we are moving right over to Kite.
She's just riding Grond, so however
Continuing off in this direction.
she's
Grond, are you continuing to run north, like make your leaps?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
but
Or
before
do you come closer to us?
How long does that jump last for you?
1 minute. I've got 6 more rounds, or yeah, six.
Round
six more
five.
rounds of combat with it.
4 rounds left?
I've got 10 in total, so I thought we were in
We're
round
round 5.
Round
now.
5.
So I've got 5 plus the 5 more.
Okay, perfect. So you're making leaps and bounds in this general direction with Kite mounted atop your shoulders.
before she goes, she's going to be casting Minor Illusion
Okay.
at that S1, and it's going to be the sound of bird wings flapping right into that guy's ear, and just give me an image of a kite-looking hawk, make it look like it's doing a dive bomb, trying to break his focus.
Okay. You cast that. He's going to roll like a save of 17 on that to not be bothered. And
Bother.
oh bother. Okay, so we are off of Kite and right over to these two as Kite and Bops are actually going to move a little bit more forward. These guys are attempting to go S4, 6. They are attempting to get away from that worm, and the worm is most definitely pursuing them. And, ooh, you're typing like a boss. Kite, that's it. Grond,
Just top speed.
just running. Okay.
Just
So you-
GTFO everything.
straight north?
You know what? Grond is actually going to start heading towards the group.
Okay. So I'm going to give you Grond and Kite. Maybe even a little further than that, actually. So,
Is Grond the end of the initiative of the round?
Okay. Okay, and actually the worm seems to have noticed your giant leap through the air, and you've definitely caught its attention as it seems to take its eyes off of its no eyes, but seems to have taken its attention off of those two soldiers and directing it towards the leaping tower of meat flying through the air right now. We are back at the top with Gone Bops.
Oh, wait. So before that round, I thought the worm progressed further. So if I may, I held my action to cast Toll the Dead.
Okay.
It's with a cantrip. So if I can, just north of my position, 120 feet, cast Toll the Dead.
Okay, it's not close enough for that yet.
Is there a way to cast it without actually going on a creature? Or maybe do prestidigitation to make a loud sound right by the ground to cause vibrations?
Well, you've got about this much distance for 120 feet, right?
It's still going after Grond. Okay,
So-
yeah, no, I was trying to make it so it wasn't going after Grond kind of thing with those loud sounds.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of loud sounds going on right now. Like,
Okay.
so many.
This thing doesn't have eyes, though, right? So it's kind of going off loud sounds is the most...
It doesn't have any discernible eyes. It senses tremors. Everybody loves Tremors. Isn't that a great movie?
It was.
Top of its class. So yeah, it definitely senses tremors, and it can feel like it senses movement, right?
All right, top of the round. Sorry, guys. Can't do it.
It's all good. So that was Gone Bops, right?
I don't think I went. Oh, it's the top of the round. Oh, sorry. Okay. Well, I think we're just gonna try and run away.
Run away!
So, I'm gonna head into. I'm just gonna dash north into the tree line there. Looking all wonderful, awesome.
Okay, you guys see this?
Bubbly sparkles kind of flying behind me, and
Nice. You guys watch as this rapid little bubbly, sparkly gnome zips right up north into the tree line and disappears into the shrubbery while we're running away. A lovely shrubbery. All right, Gone Bops, that
It's
was
not too
you
expensive.
over at Calyndra.
I'll follow Gone Bops into the book, to the shrubs.
All right, Calyndra into the bushes with Gone Bops, leaving Mira Jane behind as Mira Jane does what?
This same thing.
Walks off north and into the tree line. Now you're a little bit behind her, but I'll say you get kind of up here. You actually see Emus kind of ducking behind a tree, looking out at the battle. He doesn't seem to notice you as you beeline it past him into the tree line north. And we are at Emus. You just hear this footsteps behind you.
So we're thumbs upping that. Okay, so I'm moving north through the woods with my triplicates.
Okay.
And then trying to cast prestidigitation.
Awesome. Prestidigitation.
Yeah. As soon as I tried it, I was like, no, it's not working.
Okay.
The P spell. Oh, never mind. That's not working. At least be able to. No, that needs a creature. Never mind. We're good. We're getting out of dodge, so I'm traveling as fast as I can north.
Okay. Okay, so you guys actually, I'm going to get a perception roll from Mira Jane, Calyndra, Gone Bops, and Emus, please.
22.
18.
Okay. Emus.
Perception equals P plus 4, 17.
Okay, you're good as well. Calyndra.
22.
Okay, so all of you begin to feel the ground shake. And it wasn't the kind of lurching motion of shaking that the purple worm is causing. You guys now feel like a steady rumbling thunder in the ground, and you're not sure where it's coming from.
How's the worm reacting?
The worm looks like it's pressing on towards, like it kind of turned towards Kite and Gombops when they leaped, but after they got off the ground, it essentially lost track, and it's now focusing its attention back on the 3 soldiers, beelining it from their possession on the ground. They're closest and obviously creating the most, vibration in the ground. And so we are at 22, Calyndra 17, Emus 18, Grond, you're up. Actually, Kite, what are you guys doing? You're like both leaping. You guys essentially have similar initiatives since you're transporting together.
She'll just take the dodge action from here on out and just kind of cover Grond's back. If anything's shooting at him, she'll knock things away.
Okay, so before Grond gets a chance to attack the worm. Ooh. Okay, so the worm actually looked like it was going for these two and just kind of swung its head, and then bam, you guys see it smash down on S1, and that is the last any of us are going to see from S1. The worm is now changing its attention. Grond, it's your go.
You know what? Grond is going to stand dead still.
Okay, so Grond and Kite stop right about there and attempt to stand still as the other 2 soldiers move. You guys are kind of engaged right now, but not really. Okay, those guys see that worm smash down on the guy behind them, and they are now... Ooh, where do they go, left or right? Right. That was S4 and S6, right? Okay, S4 and S6 are attempting to travel that way. Grond, I need a perception roll from you, please.
7.
7, okay. You notice nothing. And we are going right back to the top of the round. Gombops, you still see this worm lurching around over there from your position in the woods. You can still see it. It's a huge worm, so you can still see that it's chasing these soldiers across, and that Kite and Grond have stopped dead still in the middle of the field.
Oh, man. Hey, Calyndra, can you send a message to Grond and just see, like, what the hell's happening? Like, I think we should maybe hide in the... And wait.
Send a message. Why did you stop? What are you doing?
It was following my jumps.
Okay.
So I'm just going to stand by, I think, and climb like a tree.
Okay.
And just look out for Grond and Kite.
Okay. So now it's really, unless you guys are going to take any specific action right now, I'm going to run it right down to these soldiers and this worm. Because the worm has taken its focus off of you guys completely at this point. And it's really up to what these soldiers and the worm do.
If Kite can whisper to Grond,
yeah.
Hey, I don't know what you're thinking, but if we stay here, it's gonna eventually lose. We're gonna be next on the dinner menu, so we can't stay here.
At this point, Enos has to pipe up and say, we have to learn where they went, or what they took, and to leave here empty-handed after all this.
I think it's pretty clear they took that box with skin in it. But yeah, maybe we should try and just hide and see if this worm goes away and search.
Okay. So the worm bears down on the other 2 guys and smash right beside, smash. And you see the tail actually come whipping up towards the top of these things, and this tail snakes around and snaps that direction and narrowly misses one of the soldiers as they continue their run in a northeasterly direction.
Can Kite and I slowly prowl or sneak towards the bush as softly on the ground as possible?
Yep. So you're both going to get on the ground now, or are you going to continue to ride Grond while he crawls on the ground?
She'll get off him and kind of like help with sneaking just to make it less.
Okay.
Less
I need a
risky.
perception roll from both of you with a bonus of 2.
14.
Okay. And you, Kite? Grond notices nothing.
17.
17. Kite, you notice a low rumbling in the ground as if something heavy or something is approaching, but you can't really discern which direction it's coming from. Everybody else, you guys in the bushes, you all feel it now without perception check, and it feels like it's getting a little more intense.
She'll whisper to Grond, something else is coming.
Okay.
It feels like something big.
Okay.
Is it a thump? Sorry, question about this rumbling. Is it like a thump like a T-Rex back in the day with Jurassic Park, where they're all like, "Do you see that? The rumbling in the glass?" Or is it more of like a continual?
You're close enough. Roll me insight.
Ooh, insight.
Yes.
Passive insight, 23.
Okay, you suspect that it is a large number of footsteps or horse hooves.
Oh. Okay, so I relay that information to the immediate group. I'm not going past like a 20-foot yell.
Yeah. Oh, like you're just gonna yell it to everybody immediately around you.
Yeah, I'm gonna say cavalry approaches.
Okay. So as you guys are doing that, the worm has continued its adventure, striking off in the direction of both of these two, and one. Oh boy. Okay, give me a second here. I was not really expecting that. Oh shit. Okay. So the worm smashes onto S4, and he disappears from view as you see that huge tail just come streaking forward and smash into S6 there. Oh boy. And you see this, like the tip of the stinger go right through the back and out the front of him, and then it pulls back out, and there's this huge streak of blood as the tail pulls out, and the guy looks like he's struggling to maintain any kind of pace, but he's trying to get out of the reach of this worm as it bears down upon him. Anybody doing anything?
Do we hear a Wilhelm scream? I guess from here on out, Kite's just going to kind of be moving silently with Grond to try and make our way towards our.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna hide as well in the bush, cast an illusion of some leaves, kind of to help.
Okay. All right. So you guys cast your illusion up there. Kite and Grond are making relatively slow progress, but they're making.
And she'll also whisper to Grond, whatever's coming might be our distraction to buy a safe passage out of here.
Okay, so
Can we tell yet, like where the hoofbeats are coming from?
you can roll me some insight too.
Oh, I think it's 19.
Okay, 19. You suspect they're coming from the north and northwest.
Okay, I'm actually going to send that message to Grond.
Okay, Grond, you get that message in your head?
The thundering is coming from the northwest.
It's horses.
And she figures it's horses.
I figure it's horses.
Crap, we're on the northwest of this thing.
Yep.
Okay,
Let's
no.
go down towards the entrance of the cave.
Okay. You actually see this soldier expire.
Did you relay that info to Kite, by the way, Grond?
I just did, yeah. I just basically mentioned it. Yeah, let's go down towards the cave.
She's also gonna just reply, hold on, if we get close and then hide, that might draw that worm towards that big target. This could be our chance to slip right by unnoticed.
Oh.
Okay,
They're
so-
too distracted by the worm to come to us. Fair enough, then. Grond will take that advice.
As you guys are talking, you suddenly see what must be 40 or 50 riders on horseback thunder through these trees up here.
Do we see
And,
any shields or emblems?
Yeah, so a thunderous sound breaks the ominous howl of the wind, and almost 4 dozen or so riders bearing white banners, each banner itself bearing the symbol of a green oak with 4 circles of different sizes and flanked by swords, the crest of Calyndra. And they barrel through here in a fairly tightly organized fashion, and you see a hail of arrows start to fire out towards the purple worm as it smashes down on this last soldier who's collapsed over there. And you just see the worm rear up, and it's trying to, it's turning in the direction of where all the noise is coming from. But the arrows are just like pelting into it. And the worm kind of rears up its head and smashes right into the ground. And you see that it's beginning to bore as fast as possible out of there.
No, kill it.
So it is here and appearing to burrow down into the ground. As these arrows are pelting, and there's literally a dozen arrows at a time firing through the air. What are you guys doing as you see these soldiers rush in? They do not appear to be paying you any mind.
Do they notice us?
Yeah, you figure at least half a dozen of them have noticed you right away as soon as they broke the tree line up here. They would have noticed Grond and Kite immediately, but you don't know. You guys haven't seen anybody turn your direction yet.
If
I'm
they're
gonna
intent
jump
on killing
out.
this thing, should we help them?
Yeah, I'm gonna jump out of the tree and be like, "The cavalry has arrived!" And I give a mighty battle cry and charge the worm and start firing some arrows at it.
But also, how good you looking right now while you're doing that?
I'm looking so good doing that. People are just amazed.
All right. So the cavalry floods out here. You guys turn, and you guys are going to attempt. I've got 1 initiative for the cavalry, and then several for you. You guys are all going to basically get multiple attacks as this thing is burrowing down, but there is a time limit to that as it burrows its way out of here.
Is there shadows Kite can teleport to get a bit closer to this thing?
So not from where you can see, unless you were to use a shadow from the creature itself on the other side where you can't see. So you could probably go to that shadow.
Well, if I can't see it, I can't teleport to it.
So the creature is kind of undulating as it's making its way into the thing. So there's moments where it rises up and down. So the shadow
Grond with jump portation.
Yeah, you would actually be teleporting into the shadow underneath its undulating body.
Sounds like a great idea.
Okay, she'll just wait her turn to do teleport jump. So yeah, she'll kind of nose down the ground and be like, I guess this changes things. Let's slay us a worm.
Okay. So you see that the worm is beginning to disappear now.
And she'll get her sword ready while she's on her ground perch.
Yeah, ride that stinger, Kite.
Ride that stinger,
That
Kite.
was really cool.
Kite's epitaph. Okay, so yeah, the worm is burrowing down here, and you see that more soldiers, you figure there's probably between 40 and 50 of these guys. Some on horseback, some are on foot and catching up in the rear. But the first bunch of them are all on horseback. Yeah, so everybody's still firing arrows as this worm disappears, and it's making a really hurried effort to get the hell out of there at this point.
Too bad none of us have hold monster. Lame.
Okay. And the creature is disappearing into a fairly sizable tunnel over on that side. What's going on? Anybody doing anything?
Whenever Grond
yep.
jumps into attack.
We can take a quick break.
Yeah, We're doing
Okay, so-
teleportation towards the worm to kill it.
Sure. Okay. So what we'll do is you guys are moving in to kill that thing. Tell you what, we're going to take just a quick 5-minute break here. Just let everybody do like washroom, bathroom, everything. These guys have flooded in, so you guys go ahead and take a break. I'm going to hang out here for the 5 minutes, so if anybody's got any questions or anything they want to fire.
I do have a question. Are we doing the normal 4 hours, or are we doing 3 hours?
For what? Oh, no, we're just, we're going to run till 11 max tonight.
11 max? Okay.
Yeah.
So we got, what, 40 minutes left?
Yeah, depends on how it goes. Like, you guys are really just on the precipice of a pause moment here, so I actually suspect this probably won't take longer than another 15 to 20 minutes.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Talk to you soon.
Okay. Oh, yeah. You fuckers survived.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think that we were gonna make it through this one like at all.
No, me either. Like shitting horseshoes up your ass there.
I mean, those were some good tactics. I really like our X-Men combo here.
I like I was pretty impressed at how you guys really stayed focused on those priests because they are damage dealers for sure. And the druid did not see the Grond dropping down on him coming.
I figured the lieutenants were like, well, the druid was the main target because he was controlling the worm. Once we lose that control, then that worm's more of a hazard for everybody to avoid and less of our problem.
Roll me an insight check there, Kite.
Oh, also, I just preemptively rolled my attacks, so I'm not rolling here forever because I know mine take forever to roll.
Yeah.
Insight, that is a 17.
Okay. You actually had the impression that the druid was not was being himself controlled.
Oh, that's a damn shame for him, I guess.
Yeah.
These Omnigul criminals must be stopped at any cost before their evil spreads to more innocents.
Man, that aberrant purple worm.
You know what? I still think the most effective thing we did was focus on those casters.
Yep.
Especially if they can do teleporting, because then that's like, hey, if they get eaten with the worm and any of those other soldiers get eaten, then they're just like, let's just teleport ourselves out of here.
Oh shit! I'm seeing Ty's picture right now. Are you going to attempt to ride this thing down into that hole?
Yeah.
Yeehaw!
Kite is absolutely going to try and jump on the back of it and do one of those, like, stab the sword into the back and just run.
Yeah, so 40-foot worm undulating, heading into the ground. You're just going to do a quick little leap up there.
Leap slash, and then leap kick.
Just like using your sword to get up that high. Handing it.
Yeah, do you want those rolls just for...
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so 28 on a sword, 25 on a sword, and crit on the fist.
Yeah, so all of those are hits, all of them. I need damage.
Okay, just bear with me here.
Oh man. I also can't believe none of you ended up with that worm right in front of you. Like, you guys were smart to be like leaping and shit like that, but like that worm could have easily destroyed any one of you. Well, maybe it'll pull itself back out of the hole once it feels its ass being attacked.
Well, see, the original concept of the plan was we shoot at the druid and we shoot at the wizards, but we deflected that because I was like, you know what, we need to bring Kite into the whole thing.
Yep.
So we decided everyone else would shoot at the wizards, and Grond was going to grab Kite, and we were going to do.
You know the mind blower? No fireball out of Mira Jane. That I was like, what?
I told you I wasn't going to use it.
I'm just surprised you didn't have to. Like, I'm surprised it didn't come to that.
Well, most of the time I wasn't in range to even cast a spell to begin with.
Right.
So there wouldn't have been a point. There would have been such a waste of a spell.
That's 32 damage for Kite's big.
Okay. Yeah, I think distance was a bit of an advantage for you guys in this case as well.
Well, and that's when my plan changed with Grond, because originally we were just going to go straight up for the druid, and then I was going to leave Kite there, and then use Grond's jumping to distract the worm. But as soon as I saw how close the worm was, I'm like, no, we're going to do a Grond and Kite portation around to get away from this thing and let it do most of our fight for us.
That's how I'm picturing Kite and Grond right now, like getting ready to ride the worm. Yeah, mule, yeah.
When I say whoa, mule, I mean whoa.
I'm going to roll Grond's attacks because I'll get 2 attacks, and then I've got my one last superiority.
Okay, so you're getting right over there? You're just like running right over? Okay.
As soon as we saw the cavalry start focusing on him, we were heading over there. Grond was going. So 12 plus 8, 20 dirty. Is that enough to hit?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, anything 10 or over right now will hit.
That's good. So that's...
It is a big-ass worm tail hanging out of the ground.
Crit.
Okay. Damage.
So the first hit did 12 damage. The second hit did 26 damage. And then my menacing attack with my superiority dice.
Yep.
Holy crap, another freaking crit.
Okay, so yeah, you're like boom, like slashing deep into this thing. You're using your axes?
Oh shoot. Yes, 8 plus 10, 25 plus 43 points of damage on my sword attack.
Holy
big boy.
So I think what happens is Grond runs up with both of his axes, and the first axe he puts in, and he uses that to half climb. The second axe he puts in, and he uses that to half climb, and then he basically takes the axe on his third strike and just grabs it and just rakes it down this thing's back.
Kite, are you also on top of that tail right now?
On
top of its back?
When Grond leapt up to start hacking at its side there, she jumps off him onto the top.
Okay.
And while it's undulating, I'm picturing her like slash, jump off the undulating, jump onto the other moving thing, slash, and she's making her way towards the stinger.
Okay, perception check from you, please.
Uh, 13.
Okay, so you don't hear it very strong, but you do hear the distinct flip, 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 flip of arrows whipping through the air. And they are coming in your direction.
No worries. She's moving southbound on the worm towards the tail.
Okay.
She's going to try and make her way to the tail to try and hack off that stinger.
Okay, well, it's actually attempting to whip its entire body in an effort to get Grond off of it. It does not like that at all. And you just see this rain of arrows, boom, 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 hammer down on it. Lots of them are flying off of the chitinous armor on that creature's exterior, but a few of them are finding purchase in between the plates and in the softer underside where Grond was using his axe to climb up the side of it.
We died of friendly fire.
Yeah. And Kite, what did you roll for damage? You don't even have to roll to hit if you're on its back right now.
Okay. Well then.
Because you're right near the tail, right? You're like down here?
When she gets near the stinger, I guess near the base of it.
Okay, so yeah, that would be like you could get down there at the end of this next round.
So like as she's moving, she'll just attack, and then just let me know as soon as she can make her way to the stinger. She's going to focus all of her attacks into trying to lob it off. So, is it just like one more round of making her way towards that stinger?
Oh shoot, you guys in here?
Oh, we lost Kelly?
Yeah. Oh, that was weird. There's creepy sound effects there, Jace.
I dropped a couple models.
Hey, welcome, Triumph and Blunder. Thanks for the raid. Welcome to the party. So you guys are continuing to hack this room. Another volley of arrows is coming in, but Grond, it is your attack as you hack your way.
Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to follow up what I did last round. That was nuts.
Yeah, like Kite, you're arriving right at the stinger, right as Grond is like bringing up his axe and getting ready to attack.
Grond's going to try and move back to more of a tapered end, so when this thing goes into the ground, if Grond is still on it, he doesn't get turned to pieces.
Okay.
So, first attack.
Okay, you can roll 2. Okay.
That was 24 damage for that last round there.
Okay.
And did you calculate my whole damage for the previous round?
Yep.
Awesome. This round I did 12 points on the first hit. 15 to hit, you said, because we're on its back, 15 will still hit?
Yeah, 10 or better.
Ooh, and 17 points on that hit. And
Okay.
Grond is trying to find a way so that he can get to that tapered end. So if this thing does go into the ground, he can just keep wailing on this thing.
Okay, well, the creature appears to be lurching backwards as it's trying to pull its weight right out of there. And you can feel the musculature like undulating as it's trying to force itself back out of the hole or pull itself out as quickly as possible. Mira Jane, Bops, anybody else who is moving up to be in attack position, you guys are now all within range.
I'm going to throw some arrows for 22.
Okay,
9 damage.
Okay, just as your 9 damage does, and Grond is hacking this thing and blood spilling out the side of the purple worm's body, the volley of arrows comes in and hit, and there's just a big heaving sigh, like, as this thing flattens out slightly and breathes no more.
Oh, we got it? Okay.
I'm still looking amazing.
Yeah, so you guys have half of a hacked up purple worm tail hanging out of this hole, and it has died in the hole.
Who wants to begin that procedure of dissection with me for that stinger?
Hell no.
No? Come on.
I will collect arrows, though.
Yeah, I'll go help you find the arrows I shot.
I gotta go say hi to those soldiers.
Okay, so the soldiers actually move in and kind of surround you guys just on the one side. They don't really go all the way around you, but they come in and surround you, and they look you over. You guys all kind of gather up here.
Emus is still in the forest.
Yeah,
what's that?
Emus is still in the forest.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah, Emus didn't move.
Okay.
We'll move up to.
All right. Well, you see the soldiers surround your party members, or half surround them, and the rest of them kind of fall in line. And a sturdy man with a thick, dark beard wearing partial plate armor slides down from his horse, and several soldier types follow suit, dropping down off their steeds and marching forward, assuming a defensive position behind the man in the lead. He approaches, one hand on the hilt of his sword, as his footsteps slow, and the group stops about 20 feet from your position. The bearded man sternly surveys the area and your party a moment before cracking a grin. So it is true. Someone is trying to raise that insane bastard from the dead. The man extends his arm in greeting. My name is Aiden Des, 1st Cavalier of Calyndra, and these are my men. Lord Elsith sends his regards. And he reaches out to shake Grond's hand.
Grundle, Elsith. Who the hell is that again?
That's a. He kind of looks at you for a moment to gauge whether or not he's found the wrong person, and he's like,
It's gonna like shove an elbow right into
the
Grond's
crazy old guy, the druid. He's the one who made my armor.
That's awesome. And he kind of
Grond will reach out and shake his hand.
Yeah, he reaches out and shakes your hand. He's like, I'm sorry we did not arrive sooner, but we were a league away when we caught the flashes of light from the castle and rode as fast as the horses would carry us.
We did all right.
Lord Elsa sent us to make sure that you succeeded in your task.
We don't know that yet.
Yeah.
Jace, you're silent. You keep talking, but you're silent.
That's on purpose. Am I silent still?
Oh, no, not now.
Yeah.
Grond will shake his head no. It appears
Okay.
as though they got what they were looking for.
Okay, well, he looks over at the body of S1, which is lying over in here, and he kind of looks over and he's like, I do not recognize these enemies or where they may have come from. Their markings are not familiar to me. And as for those other two things we saw riding up, I've never seen a creature like that, but they are clearly linked to the cult of death or something of that nature, forming up around the resurrection of this Amun Ghoul character. We have seen others of their order in Calyndra lately. Anybody taking any time to explain themselves or do anything here at this point?
Yeah, I'll introduce myself.
Okay.
And I'll
Well, I
say,
guess I will too. I'm new.
Okay. Yeah, he takes a half knee and shakes your hand, Gone Bops.
I said,
Yeah.
my name is Gone Bops. It is very good to meet your acquaintance, and it is especially good to find more allies to fight this evil. You see, these are the same forces that destroyed my home, killed my family, killed all my people. And until I met these great folks, I was scared. But they pumped me up, and they make me fearless now. And now we're off to get revenge and make sure that they don't destroy any more innocent lives.
He's like, I admire your stalwart attitude here. He stands up and he surveys your party once again. He says, these creatures, they did not succeed in their plan. Did you find the tapestry?
No.
We did not. They took it away in a portal. It was in some sort of vault. But we feel we have one of the keys needed to open this vault, a ring.
Well, he says the evil is far more pervasive than you might imagine. They've stolen a very special item, an artifact, a dagger that was crafted from a key used to unlock the vault that was said to house the phylactery of this Amun Ghoul, or where his soul was being kept.
A dagger that had a key.
Stolen from the city of Elmarine, vaults deep down below. A guild of thieves, apparently, out of Sember.
Ah! Okay. Dagger that had a key. Sorry. Okay. Got that. And they were the Thieves Guild from Sember, those bitches.
Yes, we do have had a run-in with those thieves. In fact, they took us to a mine where we had to escape from. And at that mine, they were crafting many weapons.
Preparation for war.
He said Lord Elsith has told us as much. He said, to be honest, Lord Elsith has always been part of the Calyndran Council, but his seat has forever remained empty until days ago when he appeared for the first time in decades, bringing with him a tale we all thought to be madness. That is until now, as he looks over at the altar or the stone dais where the portal was. He says, no one except the eldest 4 council members knew of the tapestry's location, and 2 of those elders have long since passed, and 1 has gone missing only 5 days ago. We have no idea who took him or where he might have gone, only that his disappearance is incredibly suspicious. So
I'm
you
sure
think
if you look deep enough, you'll find a hint.
He says, so they took it? They took the tapestry? Has the vault been compromised?
It was attacked when they took it.
I'm just gonna just like gesture to the giant trail of like room being pulled by a worm, and just kind of like glance over the evidence showing this thing's teleported.
He's like, the vault stolen, the entire construct removed from the bowels of the castle.
When you got one of these things, I'm sure you can do a lot of work.
He says, well, then we are all in far more danger than our company here has the strength to combat. They have the dagger of destiny as well. If the emissary is from El Moraine is to be believed, he continues, Elsith and the other council members have convened in Calyndra to await a report and determine the next course of action for our kingdoms, and we must return there at once. This is a threat that should not have been ignored for so long, and I feel we are running short of time. There's another gentleman kind of walks up from behind him, and he's clearly dressed in holy vestments and partial plate armor. And he kneels down beside Aiden, standing kind of half kneeling beside Gone Bops there. And he's like, we know where they are. They have the dagger. They need the key. And you know there is only one place that key can be created. They have taken the dagger to the... And he kind of gets cut off. He's like, you know there is no way in there, old man. The blood ice peaks are too treacherous to cross on foot for any amount of men, even if we were all trained to cross such terrain. And the Valley of Thorns, then beyond the Falsouth Bridge, which in turn bars passage through Devil's Pass, what you speak of as madness. The Thanespire itself is constructed to be resistant to invasion, and though thought long abandoned, there have been rumors of activity near the mountain in recent months. We cannot be sure that they would not be walking into a trap. So, my dear Lavian, unless you have some means of bypassing the direct route through the to the Thanespire through the Blood Ice Peaks, the quest is folly.
That's a bread and butter.
Insight, Emus.
Ooh, you call upon. I'm getting the special dice out for this one. 19 plus insight.
Emus, the Blood Ice Peaks and such were something that you remember described on a certain map you recovered from a certain Manticore's cave.
Yep. All right, I got that map. I can screen share and pull it up immediately.
So that map details a secret entrance into the base of the Thanespire. You guys, you would actually know that it depicts some kind of secret entrance into the base of the Blood Ice Peaks. Oh, you're pulling it right up there for everybody to see. I love this.
I'm going to try.
Look at all those memories.
I've got all your maps saved somewhere. Where is it? I don't know. I'm trying. It's the one with the magic scroll, right?
Yep.
Okay. There we go.
There you go. So you just remember that this map has something to do with what he's talking about right now.
All right. I'm going to hold that to myself because I'm still in the woods, but listening.
Okay. Well, you just when he said you can't, he said, "So, my dear Lavian, unless you have some means of bypassing the direct route to the Thanespire through the Blood Ice Peaks, the quest is folly."
Yeah. I'm going to rewatch this and write every single word you just said.
Okay.
It was too fast for notes. Sorry.
Show them
no
the
problem.
map.
Sorry?
Show them the map, Emus.
No, I'm still in the woods.
Oh, Emus, get over here.
Yeah.
Son of
Sheepishly, I come with you. Or
He's
come
like-
up with you and pull the scroll and go to Grond. I'm going to Grond to discuss this before anything.
Okay, so you kind of shock a few of the soldiers. They kind of take arms a little bit when they see you come out with your big old scythe, but they kind of relax a bit.
Don't worry. He's with us. He's harmless.
Okay.
I know he looks crazy, but he's a nice guy.
So everybody, including
Harmless,
yeah.
Kite's just gonna be like.
So the
Looks
crowd
great.
kind of thins. The crowd kind of thins to let you walk through, Amos, and all attention is really on you. And for somebody who's not normally the center of attention, you feel very intimidated right now.
Oh, yes. The anxiety level is 99%, I'd say.
Yeah. So you walk up, and are you handing him the map? Are you describing the map? What are you doing with it?
No. I'm going to Grond.
Okay.
I'm talking to Grond, and only Grond.
Okay.
Pulling at his sleeve and saying, and just like looking around and like just not even talking, just pointing. at what
So
I'm
you
showing.
are so fucking obvious right now. It's not even funny. You are surrounded by soldiers.
I'm gonna
That's
talk.
why the public speaking isn't happening. Sorry,
Right.
I'm not even whispering. I'm just pulling Grond and pointing like this and looking around like a motherfucker.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Grond
talk
will
to
nod,
the
and
soldier.
he'll actually put his hand out if Emus doesn't want to do the
Okay.
speak.
So yeah. So he's. What are you doing, Bops? As you see
Oh.
Emus run up and talk to Grond.
I'm just gonna explain like the stories of our crew and why Emus, he's just like scared all the time that he's gonna die, so he hides all the time. It's not
Okay.
like
He kind of stops you. He's like, "There's no time for personal descriptions so lengthy and."
no. You gotta know who we are, where we're coming from, because I have a feeling we're gonna do something very important for you.
He's breaking down a history of the party, so talking about the adventures in the Theric mines and stuff. Grond, what were you doing?
Oh. Grond, after I talk to you and let you know about the secret passage, you can let them know, or this is our mission and don't let them know. We don't know these guys just yet. We don't know who has. We got to learn more information. This one guy's disappearance is suspicious. Well, suspicious to who? Suspicious to these guys, or suspicious like
Emus just constantly paranoid. Like,
looking for a hack? Come on now.
does not trust anyone.
Grond is going to make a history check, and I'm going to
Okay.
see, or not, what is it? If I'm trying to find like sigils and stuff like that, and
Oh, you
to make
definitely
sure
know. You definitely know the symbol of the city guard for Calyndra.
So for Calyndra,
it looks like a forgery. Because if Emus is concerned, Grond is going to be a little
Okay.
bit concerned.
Yeah, I would more say that's
okay, so I'm looking at the world map and Calyndra. Are we to trust that they're kind of close to Amangul?
No,
Well-
Elxus.
I thought they were originally kind of there to kind of put him at place. Like I think that was a big thing of Calyndra.
yeah. So
because he was a
Calyndra,
big threat to
Elmoraine,
them.
yeah, Calyndra, Elmoraine, and Sember all joined forces to try and push back the forces of Amangul, and Calyndra, their army was largely responsible for putting him in the ground.
All right, so when they say four members for the keys, the two are dead, one is missing, and one is Elsith. Who's the one that is missing? Is the one that is missing from Calyndra?
Yes.
Then I don't know. These could be they could be another faction of the Sember Thieves Guild. Sorry.
So, Grond, you do not get any indication that there is a forgery. The banners being carried by these men, and like their shields, their cloaks, like lots of pins and stuff like that, it seemed to indicate to you that they're part of the Calyndra army.
Fuck that.
Shit. Meanwhile, Emus has gone completely fucking Looney Tunes.
You know, I can like cast Zone of Truth on them if it makes it helpful for you.
Oh, I can insight the shit
I'm
out
just gonna go to Mira Jane and just be like, it's like this.
I don't trust shit.
Okay.
What's the vote there, Grond?
I say you should have no problem speaking truth in front of Milady here.
Me?
I'm talking to the guys. Would you accept that in a mission and something so deadly and dangerous towards the world and all of its inhabitants?
Would I
And then
accept what?
I look towards Mira Jane and say, "Can you please cast Zone of Truth?"
Oh,
Oh, okay, sure.
so he just holds up his hand for a second, and then he closes his hand, and he's like, "Okay, we'll permit this." And he seems a little bit concerned that you may not be casting what you say you're casting, but
Cast Zone of Truth.
okay. He's like,
Sorry,
Yep.
while she's doing that, I'm just gonna do like a little and whisper and do detect thoughts at the same time.
Oh, jeez.
okay. Now, specifically targeting who?
The guy that's answering this Zone of Truth shit.
Okay, so when you detect thoughts, you get a little bit of a rush of memories and stuff, and you can see that the guy has fought in many battles, But you do not detect any presence of malicious intent or lies. As a matter of fact, for people that you've read minds of lately, this is about the most honesty you've encountered.
Ooh, okay, so then I just, you see me slump. Instead of that little agitated little fuck shit, I'm more like, okay.
Grond will look over at Emus and he'll be like, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not out to get you.
You guys see a few of the soldiers have broken off and they've gone over to the purple worm, and a bunch of them are just kind of stabbing swords into it and making sure that it's dead.
The worm.
Basically, if you wish to know of something that can help you to defeat these vile bastards at the icy peaks, there may be a secret passage in.
A secret entrance into the Thane Spire?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to leave and go collect 2 vials of the worm's disposals after just a quick puncture.
Okay. Are you showing him the map?
I showed Grond. Grond's got all my info.
I know. I'm asking Grond.
Oh, that's up.
I do show the map.
Okay. He says, well, this cannot be chance. That might explain some problems that we have not been able to solve. Indeed, how some of the roadside ambushes and raids were carried out so precisely that our own skilled rangers have been losing sight of them. We've been tracking the orc and gnoll movements across Calyndra and just south of the Blood Ice Peaks, but we are losing them somewhere in that area and have not been able to locate where they are getting in and out. Magic, perhaps. Someone or something must be directing these creatures and this army, though we have been unable to determine what has the power of influence to unite the savagery and the animosity of the races we have faced in these raiding parties. Gnolls working with ogres, ogres working with goblins and orcs. And now we know they have mobilized some kind of military force from the looks of this lot. He gestures around at the bodies strewn about the area. It's like I don't recognize them or where they come from. Like I said, their markings are not familiar. Anyhow, time is fleeting and we must act on this new information quickly before the enemy has a chance to realize that we know who they are and that we're onto them. We will return to Calyndra and report to the council and prepare. He turns to you guys and says, a reconnaissance mission seems prudent. None of my men here are equipped for that journey. He gestures around. You've made it this far and proved yourselves worthy of some measure of trust, or at least that you're fighting on the same side. Would you undertake such a task?
We need
I'm
some.
going to look towards the group, and I'm going to be like, can we take a moment to speak?
I'm going to ask the dude first if he... I'm going to describe my armor to him and ask him if he's seen my armor anywhere.
Perfect.
Just pull out a little milk carton with an armor set picture on it. Have you seen this armor?
Yeah, like really.
Yeah. So you describe your armor, and he says, no, we were on our way up to Silverwater Castle, or the ruins of Silverwater Castle, where you were supposed to be when we saw the flashes of light and heard a commotion in the distance, so we rode as fast as we could.
I don't want to take this journey without my stupid freaking armor. I'm getting annoyed.
Grond will gather everyone, and we're going to go off to the side for a second.
Yeah, we got to group talk this one.
Okay.
But okay. Second of all, before we group talk this, can we ask to this guy who has the deed to this castle?
He's like, I don't know. The castle's been long abandoned. I'm not sure anybody would have a deed to that foul place.
There's like a pit of zombies in there. You do not want the castle.
Okay, it's just gonna
There's a pit of zombies in there. Emus wants the damn castle.
I'm just gonna chop Emus on the back of the head when he asks that, and just pull him over to our group huddle.
Okay.
Flies off. I pick up my hat, and I tell Kite, he's like, "This is you pay gold pieces, I pay dead bodies." That's how.
She's gonna kick him in the butt, back into that group huddle, and just I don't want to hear it, creep. Get over here.
I'm not even joking. I'm going to visit my house.
So that cleric Lavian actually approaches you, Emus, and says, "You seem the scholarly type. I wish to impart some additional information about the ritual you may have interrupted, and what may lie ahead for Amangul and his cohorts." I'm not telling you right now. I'll fill you in after the fact.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's too long-winded to be filling in on this particular
no worries.
sessions.
But last thing is, when this group talk happens, we have to discuss actually getting her armor, learning more about this, leveling up with a couple knowledge bombs from Calyndra, possibly, and then going on the venture. That's Emus's like, hey, we got to plan ahead. This foul venture was a little bit unplanned, and we got to roll with the punches. Next time, let's be proactive instead of reactive.
So, how are you guys approaching this this ask of Aiden for you guys to embark on this reconnaissance mission? He's essentially describing that he wants you to take that secret passage that you've discovered and attempt to find a way in that's going to be clear for his men to approach.
All right, so I don't always pose a problem without a solution. My solution is talk to Rian, bring her with us, do a teleportation thing, learn some things, have her with us, teleport back, and then go on reconnaissance.
Grond's thing is this. We have spent so much time and effort for this. I know it's for the world. I know it's for the better of all things. But we all had our own personal goals. Grond's goals, my personal goals, can go to the side. I can fulfill that later.
You
But
haven't
he actually
shared those.
looks at
Hey,
he
Jace,
looks
you're
at,
like feedback in there, bud.
Kite and says, "There are other things that we have to do here."
I think
I'm just going to look back up at Grond and say...
Just 1 second. I turned... I found out... Hey, sorry, Brittany. I turned your volume up to figure out who was doing the feedback. Now, if I mute you, is there any feedback at all from anyone?
Test.
Check.
Yeah.
Check 1 2 1 2.
So the feedback is me listening to Brittany. That's where the feedback's happening. I don't know how.
Weird.
I know.
We'll figure it out for next time.
I
So
know.
are you guys
Wait,
giving
wait,
Aiden an
wait.
answer? Okay.
We're still in our group huddle here, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk. We haven't even talked.
Yeah, Kite's gonna respond to Grond there, and she'll look up at him and say, I agree, this is bigger than any of our personal goals at the moment. We need to see this through. If we don't, there's a good chance that none of us are going to be, or there's not going to be a world to see our personal goals through. And she'll give him a nod and say, like, yeah, I'm with you to the end of this fight. And she'll look out to the rest of the group and ask, like, how about all of you?
Well, you know,
I want to find my armor or buy new armor. Whichever.
Sorry, I gotta turn it up to hear her. I apologize, Brittany. I gotta turn you up. Feedback's back.
Oh, it's fine.
Okay, sorry. Do that again.
I'm just saying
maybe
that
one of these guys have a spare set for you.
I'm down to follow and help, but either I'm going to buy, I need to go find my armor or buy armor because I'm not staying in these thieves' shit.
You'll find you some gear if you if you come with us. I'm sure we'll find you a good set of gear. These guys look well equipped. I'm sure they can hook you up.
Everybody else have an opinion on this mission? Because Emus has maybe 2.5 opinions on this.
Kite's in. Kite's ready to...
Go ahead.
Yep.
Anybody else before I spew like a mansplainer?
Spew.
Plenty of rest before we go.
If you're gonna spew,
Guys,
leave
so
into this.
eliminated.
So it's Kite, yes. Grond, yes. Bops, yes. Mira Jane, if we get her some new clothes, she said yes. Calyndra, were you in?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's the whole group, and then we just do like Guardians of the Galaxy, all look at Rocket for Emus there.
No, seriously, I'm in for 2 points though. Prepare better, learn some things, and then yes, armor for her. And also a rest was the 0.5.
Grond has one request. They've got to get me a fucking ring or something that can make me smaller. I swear to God. They better have something that can make me small enough to fit in your puny fucking human walls and hallways and shit. Because this is a crock.
Kind of laugh and then put a hand on his waist or whatever and say, if you're really interested, I got a few workouts I can show you that'll shrink you a little bit.
Grond will look down at his gut and be like, not talking getting shrunk that way, lady.
So you guys kind of all turn and let Aiden know that you're willing to undertake this reconnaissance mission?
Ooh, can we do that like cool scene in Avengers where they all look at Loki and look really cool and basically be like, yeah.
Yeah.
So Aiden sees that you guys are in agreement and reaches into his cloak and pulls out this beautiful gold and silver medallion bearing the realm crest of Calyndra and several numerical runes. He leans over and hands it to Grond. If you encounter patrols of our number in Calyndra, show them this. They will recognize you as being on official business of the Calabrian Council and will let you pass unharmed. Anyone who doesn't, be very wary of them. Yeah, he says, but we are tearing too long as it is and must return to the council to report on this at once. Unfortunately, we cannot bear you to wherever you may go from here, but we can leave you with horses enough for your group.
Couple questions. Who's your head wizard in Calyndra that we can relate or get information about these issues from? What's his name?
He said you should report to the Calymbrian Council.
There's no magic caster that I can talk to?
Well, Elsith is your contact.
Oh, son of a bitch. Okay.
Yeah, Lord Elsith is your contact.
Is there anyone else we could talk to?
Yeah.
I would like to
go away.
I would like to escalate this issue.
Yeah.
Just want to say about the horses that, I feel like we got to go check for Craig too. Remember, we set them over the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay. So they do, a few of the soldiers lead horses up, and all of them appear to be very sturdy war horses. And one guy who appears to be almost 7 feet tall, a very huge, burly humanoid. You figure he's human, but he's abnormally large. And it looks like he might be Grond's little brother almost, without the half-ogre features. But the war horse that he's riding is like, what do they call those? Pellegrin or Pellegrin? I can't remember.
Oh, Percheron.
Yeah, Percheron. That's right. So, it's a huge horse. Huge-ass horse. And it looks like it might be suitable to carry you.
Oh, those are a big horse, but whether it's suitable or not, I don't know. Grond could give it a shot.
Yeah, well, the guy getting off of it looks very disgruntled about leaving his horse. Like, very disgruntled. And he kind of hands you the reins and just kind of shrugs.
Grond will try and get on it and see if the horse turns into a swayback.
The horse appears to be a little uncomfortable under your weight, but appears to be sturdy enough to bear your weight for some amount of travel at the very least.
Grond will get off. I guess I'll have to do it by foot.
Are you going to take Kite up on her offer?
We'll see.
Which offer was that? Did I miss? Oh my god!
The exercises.
To lose a couple hundred pounds. I mean, lose a couple pounds.
Yeah, right. Yeah, maybe. So even this big burly war horse, and seeing you slide back off the horse, and that the horse could not bear your weight, the guy comes back up and looks very thankful to be getting his horse back.
But Grond will still look at him and say, when you send message or when you get there, make sure they've got some form of magical implement that can make your lodgings a little more suitable for myself.
He's like, my influence with the council is limited, but you in your position, perhaps you'll fare better having that discussion with them in person. If you can, should you head north towards the Blood Ice Peaks, you can carry on west towards Calyndra and stop in there if you need more information or to resupply. We'll welcome you with open arms, but we must go now. And with that, he basically starts gathering everybody up, and they saddle back up, and they start turning in formation almost and heading back out northwest out of the same way they came in.
All right, tip the hat to them, but to the group, we should get to Rianne. She has the ability to get us there really quick. And Lord Elsith there might know more than... He kind of was right about everything despite his craziness. So we should get back.
Elsith is now in Calyndra.
Yeah, so where's Rianne? Do we know that?
Rianne was at the Drake's Hollow the last time you left her.
Which is closer?
Drake's Hollow.
By a lot.
Yeah, by a lot. Like way a lot.
Okay, Drake's Hollow it is.
Okay, so you guys will basically be going south, southwest, joining the road north, and then down south the north road towards Drake's Hollow.
Isn't that tracing the path that we just came? And we could pick up horses and pick up our cart again.
Yes, exactly. And also, Drake's Hollow is our storage point.
Yeah.
I left a few things there that might be handy for going future. I might want to change clothes, kind of thing.
Okay. So what we'll do is
One more thing, sorry. To search the area, there was that cloth that was zipped off of the...
Yeah.
Oh, you find that easy enough. It was just a burnt shred of whatever type of cloak that thing was wearing. You know how they kind of have the wisps of torn fabric kind of wailing off the bottom of them like some kind of unnatural wraith?
Okay.
Yeah, it appears to be a fragment of that cloth.
I'm just
also going to go towards the where that L1 wizard died.
Okay.
And
with the glint of metal that you saw?
dropped.
Okay, so you see in both cases, actually, where those clothes drop, that there is a silver pendant of Letharic.
Same as the one we saw before.
So the last one you guys saw, the one that broke in half, was actually... who picked that up? Like, who looked at that last? I think that was Grond, actually, right?
First,
Grond
Grond
was the first one to try and pick it up and just
Yeah,
about froze
first
himself.
Grond.
Bops is
Bops was like, oh, I could do that too.
So I'm going to get you to roll one more insight check. You failed it the last time when we were having this discussion
Nat 16. Hopefully that's good enough because I don't think.
Yeah. So you notice that the one that broke in half was made of a different metal. That the first one that you found was made of the same silvery metal that these two pendants are made of.
So does it give me the chilling feeling just getting close to it?
If you pick it up or start reaching towards it, you definitely feel that coolness.
Okay, I'll just wrap it in something, and I'll toss it off to Emus.
Okay, you can either wrap it in the cloaks that they've dropped onto, the remnants of the priest's robes, and you tuck that away. And since it is 11:05,
Emus, and he puts it in left satchel.
Okay.
Can we take a long rest here before we close out?
Well, it's up to you guys if you want to camp in the middle of this.
Yes.
Right.
We do.
Okay.
Yes.
So you guys are going to make camp, and we're going to pick it up right at the next time. I will be sure to extend some experience to you guys over this next week here as you take on your long rest. But we're going to pick this back up hopefully in a week from now, right from this point. So just as the cavalry's leaving and you guys are getting ready to camp, right now it's late afternoon. Actually, no, sorry, it's late morning. So you guys are just, you're just getting started on the day, but it's up to you guys if you want to day camp and rest.
We were going all day and night, so yeah.
Yeah, so whether or not you manage to get that long rest, we will determine the next episode.
If anything's crazy enough to come to something that killed a freaking purple worm and a whole bunch of other guys, that is freaking fine.
Well, there is a lot of food lying around here.
Bring it.
Anything inside the worm that we like.
Oh man, Calyndra's investigative research into grossness will also be conducted next week, so we'll find out how that goes.
I'll tag team that with you so much, Calyndra. We can dissect. You can hop in. We'll tear apart. We can taste it.
Oh, I'm not hopping in.
So yeah, I just wanted to say thanks to everybody for showing up in chat. Larpstrong Carter, Levanor Lewin, Hunter the Fighter, of course Jace joining us in chat. Thanks, man. Tyrannical Rex, thanks for the follow. Really big props to everybody for the raid tonight. We got raided by like 12 people at once, which is pretty cool. So lots of people hanging out with us in chat tonight here on Chronicles of Chryalis and Take20 D&D. So thanks everybody who showed up to hang out with us. Super enjoyable. I'm glad that everybody managed to survive that encounter. However skeptical I may have been to begin with, you guys came shining through. So yeah, congratulations everybody. And yeah, thanks for coming out tonight. Thanks for making her. Mike, glad you made her home safe, buddy.
Yeah.
Thanks for making it in time to game with us. And we'll look forward to catching up with everybody here hopefully next Friday.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
hope you guys have a great night. Have a good weekend.
Have a good one, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks, you too.